If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
Well, now it... Isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Could you come over here?
Ranks that fellow. I've clean forgotten.
My bad. And I shan't resist. I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
So many choices. Glad I don't have to make them.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard? The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure. Just Yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Enjoy some idle chit-chat.
Might as well hang about.
Let's be ready to give the signal. Suppose we can finish it tomorrow.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? I know where that person can...
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check.
Leave this place at once.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Here, if you please.
Sir Mirrodin, tell us. He's rather a crotchety sort, to say that.
I've a knack for gathering items.
Have you need of me?
Oh, what does this...
I'm a wanderer at...
Good day to you.
That's quite a lot happening.
All's lost.
Another day, another adventure.
You'll not live to regret this.
You dare incite my wrath.
If our prayers were not.
I fear I must stray from the thread of our conversation to tell you. After we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot, I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
It certainly isn't easy work, but I am proud to be counted upon.
ignoring the enemy still? Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack at your price.
That's just what I was thinking.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him?
Red wolves! It seems we've been stalked!
Ought we to pursue and eliminate the jungle?
I'm sure I'm very sorry.
You're an old man.
Ah, 'tis you. Oh, should have known.
So, the path splits here.
Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution.
Come on then.
That's where you hide.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
This torrent seems well suited to our purposes, if you ask me.
When better to use it was in the midst of battle. One of us has been poisoned.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
'Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him? Follow me, Master, if you would. I'll bring you to the one you seek.
Look out! Knackers!
This foe is as good as flame-proof.
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist. The enemy retreats.
'Tis a wonder any foe challenges us with the prison in our midst. A fine display of skill.
Perhaps you might join the fight yourself.
Not a bad idea.
One of us has been poisoned.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him?
Careful, Master! Venom's potent! This foe seems unlikely to catch a chill, however cold our ice attacks may be.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
With this, my magics are yours to wield.
This is well suited our purposes. Some better to use this in the midst of battle.
Such a feat.
Surely not. Isn't a creature's corpse will serve us well?
You cut quite the hunter's figure. Not like a feast to get you ready for bed.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we, Master? If ever your pack grows cumbersome, know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items. I dare say I've accomplished a few. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. Sir Fulvio, the art.
It is no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
There's a cave in the vicinity that you've yet to explore. I can take us there, using knowledge I gained beyond the rift.
From bad to worse.
Twould seem Batal has a prominent statue of its own.
Let us approach, that we might examine it further.
Is this ox cart assailed? 'Tis in a dreadful state.
The work of goblins, mayhap?
Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course. I suppose I ought mention this as well. The pawns in this party are women all.
And yet no two of us are the same. Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen. memory serves, there is another place we were to visit not far from here.
Shall we head there now? It would save us having to make the trip again.
Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights. Arisen, are you all right?
Let's not be hasty now.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Me? Scared? Huh, not on your life.
Not all can be done.
You'll get what's coming to you.
Fine animal. This curdles the blood.
There's naught I could have done.
May you rule on this. My patience has its limits. Only
Buy a little something, won't you? Hope to see you again.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
My days are spent in solemn reflection.
Well met, sir. Need a room for the night?
We must rest, though the sun is...
Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust? Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. What manner of treasures will I find today? I can scarce wait to find out.
Are you certain you're happy to have me along?
All told, I'm rather satisfied
Delighted
with
to
my
meet you, especially if we share a sweet tooth. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. One or two places of interest nearby. Look out, knackers!
Get on! I shall propel you into the air.
way. Slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
A gift of fire! Mind you don't burn your fingers. Let them come. I've the wind light on and on. Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
The campsite lies near here. I remember passing by it on my travels beyond the rift. Shall I guide us to it? Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet with him?
These statues are most striking, even when viewed from afar. I imagine these statues offer peerless views of the surrounding area.
Not more can be done.
My gadgets are at your disposal. We've earned ourselves a pat on the back. Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Now, what's this all about? There's water trickling through the cracks here. We are under attack. A fine display of skill. Right where I want you.
Witness my ire.
I shall be your shadow.
One of us has been poisoned.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. There's a cave near here that you haven't explored yet. I found out about it in another world. Shall I show it to you? A spell will empower you. Elemental magic.
Poison ought to be cured with all due haste.
You require assistance. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
You reared your football to soar to greater heights.
Launched like a curative to fill one with vim. Would seem our fight is not yet done. We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long.
Understood. One of us has been poisoned.
It is a pleasure to serve you, Master.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batar. Shall we go and meet him? If you wish to meet him, I would gladly lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
One of us has been poisoned.
It is a pleasure to serve you, Master. are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like. We are under attack.
Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. We may have underestimated this foe. Time to heal up. Hold. Just a moment. Oh, I should tell you, there's a forgotten riftstone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now? There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. Lo! A hobgoblin! Poison will sap away your health without remorse!
My patience wears thin.
You keep your love, and I take the rest.
I'll get my hat on you.
Take that! forget. Look how many women we count among our number.
And yet no two of us are the same.
You have no right. That's not happening. Well met.
Oh, but
My magics are at your disposal.
Here we are.
Huh? What in the... Where did you come from? Oh no, he didn't he? I'm sorry. I'm really, truly very sorry. I haven't slept a wink, I swear it. Well, I suppose I might have fallen asleep once or twice, but it isn't as if I've been lazing about. I simply haven't been able to devise any good ideas. I tell you, this arrangement has been an encumbrance on my mind from the very beginning. While I am glad that the old man appreciated my talents enough to commission me, it doesn't change the facts. I can only depict subjects that I've seen with my own two eyes, which makes things rather difficult. Say, you appear a rather strapping sort. Would you be persuaded to bring me to a griffin? 'Twill be well worth any trouble. Clark shall pay handsomely to see this done, and you'd be doing me a great boon besides. I've heard aught of a griffin's nesting place. I shall do keep in mind, however, that you must needs drag the battle out if I am to complete my sketch. Of course, I could look as long as I pleased if you were to petrify the beast. Indeed, a beast frozen in place would be much more easily drawn. 'Tis said that a famed sculptor of Eld used a Medusa's severed head to petrify her subjects before sketching them. Of course, I wouldn't presume to demand aught so legendary of you, Arisen. I only ask that you aid me in completing my sketch as best as you are able. Then I shall depart at once. Pray, meet me at the foot of the Guerco mountain range, east of the rest...
My legs are fair numb from
I can't take it anymore.
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we...
You there? Have you a home in Batal? If not, well, look no further. As it so happens, I've one to sell. Now, I've noticed you tend to travel with pawns. Bold choice here in Batal, where they're ill-loved. So I thought you might prefer a home of your own to stay at, rather than a crowded inn. Well, what say you? A wise decision, sir. Do be sure to read over the deed. Here you are, dear.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at the...
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
What business have you here?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Boy, what's your problem? Walking about with pawns in tow, I mislike that. You from Vermont? Bet you're as prejudiced as the rest of your lot. Well, got something you want to say, eh? Save it. You're not welcome here. Suppose you didn't know, but we don't allow Vermundian scum in this tavern. But I've got a heart of gold, me. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. All you've got to do is prove your mettle against these sods. And if you're bested, then we'll take all you've got. Put your back into it!
Prepare yourself.
Well now, quite the brawl, but I must say, these odds are rather craven. Did you leave your honor at the door?
And who are you supposed to be? You a friend of this one?
Nay, I'm a sellsword. Coin is my only ally. 'Tis not my conscience that called me here. No. I simply cannot stomach acts of cowardice. Is there even one among you with the grit for a proper duel, one-on-one?
What'd be in it for us, eh?
The fact that I'd refrain from breaking your jaw. That's not quite the reaction I was hoping for. Mayhap you know not my face. How about my name then? Ragnar.
Ragnar? You're him. Well, 'tis clear you're a man, but I trust you'll have no Oi, bring it out!
Where's that reprobate gotten off to? We'll see if you can escape me as... Show him your metal!
Rally! You've got him right where you want him. Oh, he's lost. Show him what for. Hang in there. You're not done yet. No mistake.
I've never heard such nonsense.
Stand strong. We'll pull through yet.
Someone ought to put a stop to this.
Prove your mettle. Stand strong.
Leave off before you earn my
We'll pull
fight.
through yet. Hang in there. You're not done yet.
Just give the order and I will join the fray.
We'll pull through yet.
Stand for this.
Rally! You've got it right where you want it. Prove your 5 badges are at your disposal.
I've never heard such nonsense.
Hang in there. You're not done yet.
Show them what for.
Prove your mettle.
I can't even think straight.
We'll pull through yet.
Excuse yourself. You made it.
It is a pleasure to serve you, Master.
Hang in there. You're not done yet. Rally! You've got it right where you want them. Mercy!
No mistake.
Rally! You've got him right where you want him.
No mistake.
Rally! You've got him right where you want him.
I don't believe it. You're a bloody menace, you are. Come on, you lot. We're leaving.
Oi! What are you playing at? I went to all that trouble to get you a one-on-one fight, and this is how you repay me. I'll not hang round to watch the rest of this farce. Farewell, and may we ne'er meet again.
Sir Ragnar is no ordinary man. That much is certain. Let me think on that a while.
Oi, looking to... No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. Naught to lose, and you might. Even make a new discovery. Leisure doing business.
What business have you here?
A customer then. That changes things. My services don't come cheap. Mind. Come again when you've more coin to...
'Tis most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you... dare try to... take anything without paying for it first. Many thanks.
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. 'Tis a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way. Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one. You've given me much to think about. I shouldn't like to take on any foe in these conditions. I'm apt to slip and fall on the enemy's sword. 'Tis a nuisance, but our enemy is likewise plagued by the rain. Prepare yourself!
What has stricken you, Arisen?
But of course, you may depend upon me.
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like. Am I the only one getting knocked about?
I believe this is intended as a means of transport. It'd be interesting to see where it might take us.
A fine thing, miss. 'Tis almost as though it were placed here for our benefit. 'Tis a pleasure to serve you, master.
Prepare yourself.
Get on! I shall propel you into the air. He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. It is a tall ask, but not impossible.
Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Oh, sir, the young master has not returned. I beg you, find him and bring him safely home. If aught were to befall him, I shudder to think.
You'll help him, won't you, Arisen?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. Leave it to me. Arisen. If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melve and search for him. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master. The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then?
You're the Arisen, aye? There's aught I'd ask of you. A personage of great esteem is to return from Batal to Vermund. I speak of Sir Augustin. He is a noble and the leading voice of opposition against the Queen Regent. Your aid is requested in guarding his ox cart as it travels the high road. As a potential ally to your cause, 'twould do you no favors if he were to come to harm. I trust you will cooperate, and bear in mind that this is a matter of the utmost secrecy. Not even the captain of the guard has been informed of it.
You have your orders. Read them and follow them to the letter.
Our aid is required, Master. Let us depart with due...
Aye, got some coin to spare. Much appreciated.
Right, just follow me. Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my legs are stiff as boards.
We've a long journey ahead of us. We ought to employ an ox cart and save our strength.
'Tis as you say.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
There's a ladder.
Where are you going?
Come on then. Let's everyone have their own reasons for doing battle, but knowing that doesn't make it any easier to join the fray. I knew it to be so.
Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed aught's been pilfered. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
The creature's corpse will serve us well. Are you certain you can manage it? 'Tis an awfully long shot.
be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. With this, my magics are yours to wield. I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. If I might have my say, look how many women we count among our number. And I've no objections. Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. I could do this all day! Over here! Here at last.
I fear I'm poisoned. Please, you must help me. I fear I'm poisoned. Please, you... Please, sir.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen. Fear not, Master. Naught shall befall you while I am here. Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
Halt! Who goes there? This village is under the direct authority of Her Grace the Queen Regent. We are to grant no unknown person... Lad, we understand each other.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return...
Well met.
Hope to see you again.
You dare incite my wrath?
Fie, that hurts!
Stop this! I beg of you! That's enough. Halt! Give it up! You've nowhere to go! Just let it end. I don't want to think...
I'm not sure what's best.
You there! What are you up to?
Beg pardon, sir. Beg pardon, sir.
Well met. Glad to see you in good health. The tyranny of the Queen Regent's faction knows no bounds. Passage into and out of the village is restricted, and we're being treated as slaves. I had intended to endure it till Ulrika returned to us, but I fear the villagers have already reached their limit. I'll be honest with you, as you've earned my trust. We've a mind to leave this village for good. The dragon's flame has devastated the land here. Many of the villagers question whether it is worth attempting to restore it. When I mentioned as much in a letter I had smuggled to Ulrika, she told me that the village she's staying in would be glad to take us in. Only problem is how we're going to get past the soldiers. They've confiscated all weapons. Perhaps if we could reclaim the stolen weapons, or... Alas, we villagers are kept under constant watch.
Give it up! You've nowhere to go!
What is the meaning of this intrusion?
Hey, our weapons are being kept in yon storeroom.
Say, mayhap we could distract them.
Are you mad? But, all right. How's this? We'll draw the guards' attention, giving... You'll do it, then?
What do you think you're doing here? Halt!
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. I am certain the other villagers shall be glad to arm themselves with their My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting chance now. The time has come to leave this village behind.
I've got you cornered, rat.
Don't fret, I've got you. With me! Hold your ground. Do not let our foe approach. Have courage!
Retreat! We must withdraw and regroup.
You have my gratitude for all you've done on our behalf. We'll make for the village Ulrika staying in on our own from here. If I were you, I'd leave this place afore reinforced. At any rate, this is where we part ways. But if you're of a mind to visit, know that we'll welcome you into our new homes with open arms. Till then, farewell.
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads? We ought to put it to good use.
Thank you.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up. There are useful ingredients. To be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry. Good. We're here.
I fear I'm poisoned. Please, you must help me. Please, sir. You're my only hope.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
It is rather Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last. At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melve and search for him. I've a rough idea of where our destination lies. Shall I show you there, Master? Well, now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Where are you going? Such broad out here.
A new destination calls to you, I take it. Well, say no more. I look forward to seeing where you take us. If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melve and search for him. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master. The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Here already, are we? "'Tis dark as pitch, Master. Pray, light your lantern afore I trip."
just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? We could do with a lantern's light. Allow me.
I cannot thank you enough. You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
It's this way.
Keep moving.
What was that?
These writings could be of import. It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
Suppose courage can only take you so far.
What?
That's quite enough.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melve and search for him. I can guide you to the vicinity of our destination, Master. The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
yourself injured.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Tis a view that begs to be painted, yon shore in particular. For good or ill, we cannot truly know what awaits us till we tread the land ourselves. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. I say we collect as much as we can carry. This spell will empower you with elemental magic. We pulled that off with nary a hitch. 'Twill be a rude shock for our foe to find you pinched their loot. We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long. By your leave. It is a pleasure to serve you, Master. At last, a chance to use this.
Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights. I can't imagine we're in need of it.
What is it, Master? You don't look as if you need my help. The creature's corpse will serve us well. I look forward to seeing your mark.
No foe is your equal, Arisen.
No. A few more factories like that, and we'll have them running for the hills. Yes, Master? My assistance.
The Arisen has been called. Quick, douse the flames!
Strike with the power of lightning! Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. Oh, I should tell you, there's a forgotten riftstone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now? Pray, cast that magic again.
I must stand firm. My thanks, sir. For you.
I did.
We are none of us allowed in vacation.
That is most fortuitous. At the end of the day, our vocations are of little import. Mutual trust is what counts.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing us along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
You dare! Heavens no!
How might I aid you, sir?
My talents lie in combining materials, and
Come to think of
a well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
I dare say I've accomplished a few feats to be proud of.
Shall we discuss tactics now?
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Well, Achilles will repeat.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
I'd gladly cast aside my weapon and laze about here.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts. Well, well, that's quite a discovery. To battle already? 'Twasn't much of a reprieve. Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
You cannot escape your fate any more than I.
I heard what transpired. Thank you for fighting on my people's behalf. You cannot imagine my relief when I beheld that everyone had made it out unharmed. Say, would you visit me again once night has fallen? There's aught I would show you.
No sense dwelling on it. It's been a long day. Welcome to browse my wares.
Can I interest you in a room, sir?
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day. A good sleep does one.
Can I interest you in a room, sir?
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own. Nighttime already? I thought 'twas rather dark. Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust?
You've come. Glad I am to see you. Follow me, if you would. Tis a strange thing. I ne'er knew how vast the sky was, till I left Mel behind. Time and again you have come to my aid. Would that I could repay you in some way. Alas, there is little I have to offer. Yet, if your heart e'er aches for a place to call home, then may this village... No, not the village. If e'er you're in need of a hearth to return to, then let it be mine. Whate'er trials we may face.
Oh, Master, I thought I might never see you again. Our party is... Surely we can ask for no more. Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen? It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing. Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance? Aye, tell is her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve. They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
I'm unsure how best
Listen, lose my head.
Aye, out of the cart, all of you.
Hold fast! You have the strength to bear.
That's not enough.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen. success. Our foe hasn't even noticed orc's been pilfered.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Few places where I can let down my guard.
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart, and we must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. Of this, we can be certain.
Oh, a quiet day is away. Come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustin's escort from here.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustin to fall prey!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim here. Ah, here's a surprise. We met at the tavern, remember? Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Ragnar from the tavern, now two parties ask our age. Which is the more deserving?
You would betray me. Have you lost all sense?
You believe me then? That's a bit of a relief, actually. Thanks, cuz. It shall be done. I am here to aid you.
Curse you! All that planning and... for what?
Phew! I appreciate the confidence, cuz 'twas a welcome surprise. But I can't linger here, I'm afraid. My apologies for this. Follow after me if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
The right to decide is yours alone, Master. While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very choppers, Master. Our ice attacks are wasted on this road.
I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
Might I recommend we venture inside before bandits find us?
We meet again. Hoy there. I take it you lost your footing as well? You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustin, only to find myself waist deep in monsters. Still, so long as he escaped, I'd wagered that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth, but I'll be glad to oblige you, of course. I suppose that's how it goes. Time to get to work. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess, and my word ought to carry a fair. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, makes for a duller life. Though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed up. Mayhap. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and hit. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustin is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But it wasn't on the list of hired guards. Oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time, and then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer. Now all that remains is to escape this. Still, I've one thing's for certain, but why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen, true? What? You are the Arisen. Ha! 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further. I've no business here. Right. Let's prep. Well, this is a right awkward place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz. I'll be fine on my own. After all, I can't afford to die here. We'll see each other again.
We are reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble in the cave. That's that then. Speaking of which, look how many women we count among our number. And I've no objections.
We've little need for a campsite at present.
I understand the inclination, Arisen. Camping is one of life's simple pleasures after all.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I'll be only too glad to assist.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed. Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. I've got a good feeling about this one.
I should be glad to assist you. The Arisen has been drenched
Well done. Leave it to me, Arisen. What is it, Master? You don't look as if you need my help. You'd think they'd have learned from the last lot that we're not to be trifled with. We were battle-ready when they found us. This shan't take long. Fear not. It is well in hand. This ox cart's seen better days. Be on your guard, lest we meet a similar fate. One cannot be too careful. Masterfully done! Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Someone help me!
It seems someone is in need of our aid. One can never hope to do things someday. That's what I would do.
No! The Arisen has been poisoned!
I might be so bold as to impose upon you again. Would you be willing to accompany me to the Senator? I fear there are none else to whom I can turn. Oh, thank you!
We are to safeguard Sir Oscar to the Cenotaph. Shall we be off? I know the way. Follow me. The vanguard is yours. Lead on. This gloom has an eerie cast. Times such as these are what lanterns are for. That's better. I don't much like the dark. I cannot thank you enough. What foul magic has brought these rapid boats to life? It will strengthen your holy light. It's a pleasure to serve you. Oh, glad for the country as a whole. Glad to be of service. I like that. Beyond repair. It was most effective. You pulled that off with nary a hitch. It will be a rude shock for our foes to find you pitch their loot. If we're to destroy this, 'twill have to be from the other side. I am sorely disappointed.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. You called? Forgive me, but you do not appear to be in need of aid.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Oh, it wasn't an easy journey. But here we are at last. All that remains is to ring the bell. I only pray it works. That should do it, eh? Alt seems to be well. My humblest thanks, sir. I swear I'll never shirk this sacred duty again. I'd fain reward you for your aid. Heaven knows you've earned it. But I fear times have been... Oh, perhaps you'd... I happened upon it. Still, surely it must be good.
A resounding success. 'Tis moments such as these that make an adventure worthwhile. That was over in a trice. Where to next? We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this. Let us proceed with caution. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I say we collect as much as we can carry.
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge!
How might I be of help? You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
A fantastic find. This is why I shall never tire of our adventures. Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light. Let us ponder how best to proceed. At last! I thought we'd never find one. The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen. There, the bedded harpy's venom!
It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
A profitable endeavor. By your command, Arisen.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you. How might I serve you, Arisen?
Look! Master, a treasure chest! We shall have to find a way to reach it. I've got a good feeling about this one. What is it, Master? You don't look as if you need my help. I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. My master from beyond the rift seeks that very item. I can hardly wait to report back on how we managed to obtain it. I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt